completely taken the people for a ride, completely manipulating them and misleading them. And this entire 4.5 years has been run only purely based on PowerPoint presentations. From lying about investments being brought into Tamil Nadu to the deteriorating state of law and order and the women's safety, in every aspect, the government has failed the people. And ever since the alliance between the ADMK and BJP has been announced, the DMK seems to be very jittery. They seems to be
But
having good motion ever.
you are still not answering my core question, Vinod P. Selvan, whether you are hoping for some kind of a understanding with the TVK. But I have A. Saravanan of the DMK who's joining us as well. A. Saravanan, I asked Kovai Satyan about what Udayanidhi Stalin said about the AIDMK being Amit Shah Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. He says the DMK has no moral right to say that because the DMK is Dynasty Munnetra Kazhagam. Respond to that.
Yeah. We have the BJP taking off the name of our great leader, the father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi, from the Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. The ADMK shamelessly is welcoming that. And how can they do this? Not even any kind of opposition, and they have totally diluted the scheme. Leave the name. It is going to affect the rural population in a very, very bad manner. And no response. They are welcoming it. On top of that, yesterday, the BJP leaders has the audacity, has the arrogance to question, how can you celebrate the festival inside the Dargah? That is what they have been doing. And what is the ADMK doing? They are silently clapping and welcoming what the BJP is doing. The BJP is trying to inject communal poison in the state of Tamil Nadu. And the ADMK is welcoming that. What else will we call? There is no other way to call the ADMK. They have surrendered. And
Kovai Satyan, respond to that.
Piyush, just a moment. I'm not yet finished. Today,
go ahead.
Goyal has come here for the talks on the alliance. And when the alliance talks are going on, there is the ED is going on parallelly. They are trying to investigate the LED bulb scam, which Mr. Velumani was involved. This is how ADMK has become Amit Shah Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. That is what our leader, Mr. Udayanidhi Stalin, has pointed out. They are afraid. They are afraid of the Enforcement Directorate. That is why they have surrendered at the feet of Mr. Amit Shah.
Okay, Kovai Satyan, respond to that.
I'm not sure whether DMK people get themselves updated with what's happening around. Our leader categorically said that let the Manrega name be, there is no change in it. And we welcome the increase of 100 days to 125 days. What is more important is the question he asked to leader M.K. Stalin of his poll promises increasing the Manrega days from 100 to 150. What happened to it? Rather than giving an answer for the poll promises given, they're trying to beat around the bush on the name change. Look at the pity of DMK and their people. Their leader M.K. Stalin couldn't rise up and make a comment on the Mekatadu dam, which has been envisaged by Congress. They are the major ally. M.K. Stalin doesn't have the spine to condemn that. So far, he has not even condemned it. They're only making statements saying that we'll fight it in the judiciary. They cannot construct dams. A person and a leader who talks big about state rights and they are the custodian of state rights is not able to condemn Congress. And they are saying we are the slaves. And
Let
we
me
have
get a quick response from the DMK to what you are saying before I go to your own ally, Vinod P. Selvan, to find out what the BJP's game plan is. Go ahead, Saravanan.
Yeah. See, in the state of Tamil Nadu, they have made several allegations that this is a government which has not kept its poll promise. This is a government which is doing on PowerPoint presentations, all that. If that is the situation, how could we have clocked 11.9% GSDP growth? Nobody else was able to do that. Even Mr. Modi is not able to achieve that in the last 10 years. And the GSDP has increased of the state of Tamil Nadu has increased to an unprecedented level. If we are a government, we are only talking, how is this possible? No other state government in the entire country has been made this possible. They were not able
Okay,
to do
both
that.
of you
We
have
were
had a
able
go
to
at each
deliver
other.
that.
Let me get Vinod P. Selvan very clearly in this aspect. Vinod P. Selvan, one of the points that's been spoken about repeatedly is that if there is to be an alliance of, let's say, a party like the TVK with the AIDMK at some point of time, the key stumbling block is the BJP. Is the BJP a stumbling block for the AIADMK as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned? It's been historically the case. Are you forcing yourself on the AIDMK at the moment?
Firstly, I would like to respond to Mr. Saravanan. Whatever numbers the DMK is talking about today, let them not forget that the debt of the state also has increased to record highs. Never before has Tamil Nadu had a debt of 8.5 lakh crores owing to the various banks and the central government. So under the DMK's rule, every citizen of the state now holds a very high debt thanks to the incapable governance which the DMK has given to us over the last 4.5 years. And moving on, today BJP is a force to reckon with in Tamil Nadu. We have proved ourselves and our strength in the 2024 parliamentary elections. And today, the people, after 11 years of Narendra Modi's rule, have realized that a double engine Sarkar is what is needed. For example, when through Edappadi K. Palaniswamy was the chief minister, he had introduced, there was a very tough competition between the BJP and ADMK in terms of giving more for the people of the state. But when the Congress and DMK in power, the only competition they had was who's more corrupt, who's going to loot more money. But that was not the case when the ADMK BJP alliance was there. They were trying to give more to the people, but people gave the DMK a chance and they've realized that it's the biggest mistake they did. And I'm very, very sure that the 2026 alliance will form up between the ADMK and the BJP, and it will be a complete total rout for the DMK in the coming assembly elections.
As you make that point, some would predict that the history of this alliance has not been very, very successful electorally, but we'll come to that at another point of time. Very, very quick last words from Kovai Satyan and then final word from Saravanan. Kovai Satyan, 30 seconds.
It is a desperation of the DMK, particularly Udaynidhi, to keep the family afloat in the power corridors. So they have nothing to showcase to the people of Tamil Nadu as their achievements. So they throw mud at others and spinning false narratives. Udaynidhi Stalin, it is in his DMK to peddle lies, and he is no exception. Because the days are numbered for them. It is the DNA of DMK which everybody in Tamil Nadu
Days are numbered. Saravanan, respond.
See, there is a pro-incumbency wave in favor of the DMK party because of the schemes that we have introduced, which is almost copied by the BJP across the country. The Prime Minister was against this Revdi culture, but all the BJP governments, every BJP government is copying the Dravidian model of governance. This speaks volumes about the success of our leader, Mr. M.K. Stalin. There is no other chief minister, there is no other leader, including Prime Minister Modi, who can match the administrative competence of our leader, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, Mr. M.K. Stalin. And we will rope in, we will storm 2026.
Okay, you will storm 2026. We'll have to head into 2026 first. But thanks to all three of you for joining us here, because whether it's the political parties that are going to storm 2026, there is going to be a two-superstar battle that's going to set off 2026 for the Tamil audience. Vijay's politics-charged blockbuster, or hopefully blockbuster from his point of view, Jananayagan, will hit the theatres on the 9th of January. And on the 10th of January, Sivakarthikeyan starer Parashakti. Remember, Parashakti was an iconic 1952 movie which was penned by M. Karunanidhi and has been seen as an iconic film for the Dravidian ideology. But this is not exactly a remake, but with the same title, produced by Red Giant Films, which is close to Udaynidhi Stalin, which will hit the theatres on the 10th of January. So it's going to be a clash of superstars at the theatres in the new year as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned. Let's just take a look at the Parashakti versus Jananayagan battle that's going to play out in the theatres in the first few weeks of January.
Jananayagan, people's hero. Talavadi Vijay's next big project will also be his final one. The film is slated to release on Pongal 2026, just ahead of the Tamil Nadu Assembly elections. A politically charged film. Jananayagan will set the stage for Vijay's pole plunge. And the actor turned politician is already building up to it. he released a new song from Jananayagan the same day as his Erode rally, Or Pere Varalaru. The song sends a clear political signal. A storm is approaching and the flag is unstoppable. But here's what might stop Vijay's cinematic march. Actor Sivakarthikeyan's film Parasakti. A Red Giant production, distributed by the DMK family, has very conveniently been advanced. Expected to release around Pongal, the DMK has now moved the release up to January, coinciding with Vijay's final release. A Vijay versus Sivakarthikeyan superstar clash with clear political overtones. It's well known that Sivakarthikeyan is considered Vijay's heir in Tamil cinema, as DMK pulls out its one big move in an attempt to beat Vijay at his own game. The big question is, will this split the fans and the votes? And who will win this battle of superstars? NDTV Bureau Report.
Well, there's a battle at the theatre box office and there's also a battle at the electoral box office. Tamil cinema can't be too far away from Tamil Nadu politics. What do we expect and what's the political context of this Parasakti versus Jananayagan theatric battle that we're going to see in the first weeks of January? Joining us this evening, senior journalist R.K. Radhakrishnan and also NDTV's own entertainment consultant Lata Srinivasan. R.K. Radhakrishnan has just released a documentary on the refugees in Sri Lanka. R.K. Radhakrishnan, welcome to the show. But what do you think? What's the political context of this Parasakti versus Jananayagan battle? Is this going to be purely about two stars clashing out at the box office, or is there a very strong political undertone to this? Give us the context.
Every time, thank you, Veera, for that excellent introduction. Thank you. The documentary is coming out probably next week or so. Thank you for that. And good evening, Lata. Obviously, see, the thing is that whenever Vijay has tried to do anything, including the launch of his own party's flag, we have seen all kinds of other news trying to occupy that particular space. On that day, when Vijay was releasing the flag, there was a rumor that 3 ministers from the Tamil Nadu cabinet were being dropped. When Vijay did his cut to the latest, let us do filmy dialogue. Cut to the latest where he was having the public rally at Erode. You saw that the chief minister had a rally just an hour before that in his constituency, which was extremely well attended, and it was a live show on television as well. Of course, Vijay's also was a live show. It is exactly the same thing that is going to play out every single time that Vijay does something. The ruling party has also been doing something just to be on the limelight, share the limelight. Now, this particular thing is extremely important for the simple reason that Red Giant is the only big distributor left in Tamil Nadu. We have seen a lot of distributors fall by the wayside. I really wonder if Jananayagan, Vijay's movie, will even find theaters to play. I'm not very sure. I think Lata will be able to take that.
Yeah. Right, important point that you're playing there. You're saying that the business linked to politics, and of course Red Giant synonymous with Udayanidhi Stalin. Lata Srinivasan, give us the film business rivalry aspect of this and the filmy logic for this decision and also the political context for it.
Thanks, Veera, and hi, RK. It's very interesting because Sivakarthikeyan's film was supposed to release on Jan 14, and that's how it was announced. But what made them change their mind and release it on Jan 9th was Vijay's Erode rally, where he called the DMK a Siya Shakti. See, other than MGR and Jayalalitha, nobody has referred to the DMK as Siya Shakti in Tamil Nadu politics. And this, according to industry sources, triggered and angered the senior DMK people, especially, I think, Uday. and he decided to, release this film. And of course, there's a battle of the theaters now. Who will get the bigger screens? Who will get more screens? And what I'm being told is that there seems to be some kind of negotiation where the big screens will have to play both the films in equal screens and equal number of shows. So the battle is actually getting very interesting.
Right, the battle is getting very interesting and theatres caught in the middle of this. But RK, you're also working on a book on the DMK and the history of M. Karunanidhi and his time as the head of the DMK. Give us a sense of the symbolic importance of Parashakti of 1952. And I'm not talking now. This may not be an exact remake of that. But the name, the fact that Parashakti carries an enormous symbolic weightage for the DMK and in the entire Dravidian narrative.
Absolutely, Veera. I mean, like Parashakti is like nothing that happened before it and nothing that came after. Because that Shivaji's one dialogue where he stands in the courtroom and basically says how difficult it is for a common citizen to live life. That is Karunanidhi's dialogue. And both Anna, C.N. Anna, former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, and of course Karunanidhi, both who were part of the founding, this thing of DMK, both have been fantastic screenwriters. There's nothing bigger than Parashakti. Parashakti literally launched, Shivaji to a completely different orbit. But beyond that, it also launched the Dravidianization of moviedom in Tamil Nadu, and you would see that particular strand has stood its time. Good versus evil, and at the end of it, there is always a Dravidian theme in every single movie that the DMK is associated with. Now, cut to the fact that Udayinidhi is the person who is still running, Red Giant, despite the fact that, of course, he has given up his role and all of that, but, his wife is running it. So the thing is that is the biggest play in town. So they claim all the theaters, because if you antagonize Red Giant, you cannot exist in Tamil Nadu. That is the business part of it. The other part of it is the government is the DMK government. They can decide on how many shows, when it can start at 4 a.m. and then go on till 10 p.m. or whatever. And they've done, kind of this playing with timings, 9 a.m., 4 p.m. and all of that, with multiple movies that have released in the recent past. That also should be kept in mind. That is the discretion of the state government. The state government has a big play when a movie releases.
Important point that you're making there, but Lata, in the larger context, any targeting of Vijay's Jananayagan would only, I would argue, make him politically more powerful, because the narrative of being victimized and being challenged at that level could be very dangerous politically for the DMK as far as Vijay is concerned. But also give us a sense of what the film industry is seeing, this whole Sivakarthikeyan Vijay releases coming next to each other, both politically charged, both perhaps on different sides of the political aisle playing out. How does the film industry view this?
One important fact is that, we must keep in mind is that this is supposedly Vijay's last film. Therefore, this movie is going to be a blockbuster. There's no two ways about it, right? Now, having said that, this puts Sivakarthikeyan in a bit of a spot, because I'm sure, he and Vijay are good friends at the end of the day. They are not enemies, right? But because of various other factors, they're clashing at the box office. Now, insiders in the film industry are also in a bit of a situation, because Red Giant, like RK pointed out, is the biggest film distributor. I mean, you cannot antagonize them at any point in time. And neither, the theaters nor the producers or anyone else, even the actors, don't want to antagonize them. So right now, it's a very wait-and-watch situation, and nobody is taking sides. Everybody just wants this to pass out peacefully, because tomorrow, if Vijay becomes a big, person in politics, then they will definitely need him on their side. So it's a lot of factors at play right now.
Oh, absolutely. Lots and lots of factors. But remember, this is not the first time that we've seen films getting caught in the midst of politics or perhaps being part of the politics itself. But it would be very interesting to watch. Jananayagan, I would assume RK and Lata would be one of the challenger, the rival, the one who throws the government. And Parasakti, perhaps a script which reflects the greatness of perhaps the Dravidian ideology itself. Let's see what the films hold for us eventually. Both would be good entertainment watch, hopefully, for the two stars. But thanks to both you and Lata and RK for joining us this evening on the Southern View. Shifting focus now to Kerala and to that tragic case of lynching that led to the death of the labourer from Chhattisgarh, Ram Narayan Baghel. While the body of the labourer and the victim was sent back to Chhattisgarh today, the politics over that lynching dominating Kerala. While the LDF government has attacked those accused in that case of being close to the BJP and pointing fingers at the BJP has hit back at the LDF government and said that it's a reflection of the poor law and order situation in Kerala. Of course, the life's not going to come back, but the politics intense over that lynching incident in Kerala. Let's listen in to the reactions that came in from Kerala earlier in the day before we head to our third panel this evening.
ആൾക്കൂട്ട കൊലപാതകം എന്ന നിലയിൽ ഇത് വന്നിട്ടുള്ളത് ആൾക്കൂട്ട കൊലപാതകം എന്ന് സിംപ്ലിഫൈ ചെയ്യാൻ സാധിക്കില്ല. BJP RSS ക്രിമിനലുകളാണ് അതിൽ മുൻകൈയെടുത്ത് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളത് എന്നുള്ളത് സുവ്യക്തമാണ്. അങ്ങനെ തന്നെ അത് പറയേണ്ടതുണ്ട്. ഉത്തരേന്ത്യയിലൊക്കെ ദിവസമെന്നോണം ആവർത്തിക്കപ്പെടുന്ന ആൾക്കൂട്ട കൊലപാതകങ്ങൾ പലതരത്തിലുള്ള പാവപ്പെട്ടവരെയും ജാതി ശ്രേണിയിൽ പിന്നിൽ നിൽക്കുന്നവരെയും കൂട്ടമായി ആക്രമിക്കുന്ന പ്രവണത BJP ശക്തിപ്പെടുന്ന സ്ഥലങ്ങളിലൊക്കെ കണ്ടുവരുന്നതാണ്. അത്തരം അനുഭവങ്ങളുടെ ആവർത്തനമായിട്ടാണ് നമുക്കിതിനെ കാണാൻ സാധിക്കുക.
वैसे तो केरल की सत्ताधारी पार्टी लेफ्ट पार्टीज चिल्ला चिल्लाकर मॉब लिंचिंग पर बड़ी बड़ी बातें करती है और उनके राज्य में जब इस प्रकार की घटना वो भी एक दलित व्यक्ति के साथ होती है तो अपनी कानून व्यवस्था की नाकामी को स्वीकारने के बदले, अपनी टोटल फेलियर और इनकॉम्पिटेंस को स्वीकारने के बदले वो फिर से अब डी से किसी और पर दोष डालो और डाइवर्ट करो इसमें लगे हुए हैं. आपकी जिम्मेदारी थी कि ये मॉब लिंचिंग ना हो. आपकी जिम्मेदारी थी कि कानून व्यवस्था चौकन्ना रहे.
We have invoked the provisions of SC/ST Prevention of Atrocities Act. And the accused also being charged under those provisions. People may be having their respective ideological differences, but as far as we are concerned, we have identified the accused persons, we are taking action there, we have arrested a person there, and others are also, others who have been identified will be arrested soon.
Well, as tragic as that case is, the politics over lynching is a reality after such tragedies. Joining me this evening is Sanjay Jha, political analyst, as well as I'll have Rahul Ishwar, author and political analyst, join us for a bit from Kerala. But Sanjay Jha, thanks very much for being here with us on the Southern View. The fact that a government turns around and says that it's the BJP which is responsible for that lynching, is it politicizing an event that the BJP says which reflects the law and order situation in a state like Kerala?
Veera, let me tell you that BJP is the most immoral, unethical and unprincipled party in the universe. Now, what do they expect? Do they think that any government in the country or the world can preempt and have its police force in every nook and corner of the state? They are lying through their teeth. I heard Poonawala's comment on your program. It's absolutely shameful, disgusting, reprehensible. The people who have been arrested by the police, the accused, as we talk, the majority of them are supporters of the Sangh or the BJP. The question is who perpetrated it. We can then talk about the law and order. Could
them being part of the BJP. The DGP refuses to comment, Sanjay Jha.
Well,
the DGP refuses to comment, categorically say investigations are on.
BJP government in Bihar, right? Nitish Kumar's government. We saw how Nitish Kumar publicly conducted himself recently with that poor girl wearing a hijab. And what did we see in Nawada? Nawada has seen repeated violence on the Muslims. Muhammad Ithar Hussain, they took off his clothes. They identified his religion by looking at his private parts, and then they hacked him to death. This is what is happening when the BJP is in power, or when the BJP wants to stoke trouble, because they have now unleashed this monster, which is the monster of communal hate. I mean, Muhammad Akhlaq, can you imagine the accused in the Muhammad Akhlaq case? They want to withdraw the case. I mean, this is the real true face of what I call is communal poison. And the BJP is a manifestation of hate politics. Let us not even, discuss it any further. It's an established fact.
You're making a very strong accusation. Rahul Ishwar also joins us live, I believe in just a bit. We'll try and get Rahul Ishwar across live, Sanjay Jha. But you see, the counter argument to this is that while what can happen in UP is a different reality, what's happened in Kerala is not because of the BJP or Sangh Parivar activists, is the argument put forth by the LDF government. Is it because that the LDF is worried about the rise of the BJP? And do you believe that such incidents reflects the kind of grassroots presence that, even if the accusation is true, of the BJP in a state like Kerala? I'll go to Rahul Ishwar in a bit, but Sanjay Jha, go ahead.
Well, Veera,
Sanjay, I'm sorry, Sanjay. I'm sorry. I believe Rahul is through. I'm really sorry, Sanjay. Just hold your thought, because Rahul Ishwar finally joins us live. Rahul, Sanjay was making the point that overall lynchings are an extension of the ideology that's professed by the BJP, and hence it is very clear that this case is also a consequence of the BJP and its ideology and its supporters in Kerala. Your response?
Veer Raghavji, I'm a Hindu right-wing activist, but let me say with all honesty that there is ultra-right and ultra-left, and they both are dangerous. Unfortunately, many people who has been caught has been associated with an ultra-right-wing lunatic fringe, if we can call, and one person also associated with the extreme or left party of CITU has also been arrested. See, this is an issue where we should not play politics, and beyond politics, we should address this. A Ram Narayan, a Hindu's life was lost because of the rumor that he was a Bangladeshi Muslim. It should pain both Hindus and Muslims, and we should cleanse ourselves of this hate. That's the whole point. The whole point is Kerala being a very educated society. There has been instances of sporadic hate. Last time it was a tribal Madhu who was lynched and killed like this. Virendra Sehwag, our cricketing star, gave me 1.5 lakh rupees, and I was the first to reach his home and offer some kind of support to them. There is an issue. I'm not saying there is a politics and there is a extreme lunatic fringe driven hate crime. Nobody can deny that, because it is a fact. At the same point of time, rather than pinpointing or rather than a blame game, we should be honest enough to do some soul searching, cleanse itself, and we should disassociate from this far extreme elements. Just like there are urban Naxals, there are urban Nazis too. Let me be honest in confessing this, and I don't think anybody in their right mind will deny this. There are an extreme lunatic fringe, and we should keep away from this, and such instances has really pained Kerala. We are trying to gather some kind of a financial support for their family, so that some kind of a solace can be brought to them. He is the father of 2 kids, hardly 31 years old. So it's an extremely painful thing. Rather than pointing, even blaming state government or anybody else, it's a time to do soul searching, healing, and some kind of mechanism should be taken. And Justice for Ram Narayan Forum has been formed, a prominent Gandhi, and he's the head of it. So we should do such kind of things rather than taking pot shots or any kind of a political blame game at this situation.
2 questions that I would raise eventually is, would this be the same reaction had it been a person from another community who had been the victim? But also, Sanjay Jha, the important point that Rahul Ishwar is making is that there are fringe, radical elements of this nature on all sides. Don't blame just one side for it.
Well, Veera, let me tell you, Rahul has spoken in a dispassionate manner, and I really appreciate that. The point is this, and this cannot be refuted, that we have seen the monster, the Frankenstein monster of communal violence, mob lynching since 2014. I was just reading a report, a very disconcerting report that came out yesterday, where in New Delhi, in a religious congregation, there were again very provocative slogans and speeches made, and BJP leaders were actually sitting there and being part of the participation. Now, that to me is the real worry that everybody should have. And I'm just feeling sad because, if you look at Kerala, it is called God's own country for a reason. I mean, there are three communities of Hindus and Muslims and Christians and others who live with such great harmony together, and they have very equal vote percentages, or they differ by a bit. But that's not the point. The point is that why is Kerala number one in several development indexes? Because it tells you that the society is unified, and while there may be pockets of dissension from time to time stoked by political parties, the people are educated, 100% educated. Why they talk a different language? Rahul is talking a very different language himself. So I just feel that it's about time we challenge these people. The RSS and the BJP must be told that you are in power, you are in political power, but that does not give you the license to abuse that power. There's too much of dog whistle politics in this country. Politicians make a provocative speech.
Rahul, does this
and then
show
they
the
expect
changing
others to do
realities
the
in a
dirty
state
work at the ground
where
level?
social justice has been the cornerstone of its politics, like in Kerala, a lynching incident of this nature?
Just one submission. I totally agree with Sanjay Jasi's sentiments. And we in Kerala, we take pride in the fact that before going to a Hindu Shabarimala temple, we religiously and ritualistically visit a Vavar mosque and a Velithas church. See, that has been the history and legacy for the past 1,000 years. And we have the oldest of Christian and Muslim communities in the world itself in Kerala. But there has been issue. So beyond politics, as a Hindu right-leaning activist, I would always say we should follow the path of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, or you can call it pluralism, Ganga, Jamuna, Tawseeb, or whichever word you want to call it. But unless without communal harmony, our nation cannot progress. And there has been some unfortunate instances of Christmas carols being threatened in Kerala, and some other parts of India is coming. So it pains me, as a Keralite Indian, that, we have the oldest Christian community in the world, 400 years older than the Holy Vatican itself. We have the first organized church in the world in Kerala. So such instances have been happening. So some soul searching needs to be done. We can call it Sabka Saath, Sabka Vishwas. We can call it Gandhian path or whichever path. But that Gandhi Sankalpa Marga, which Modi ji has been telling, should be actualized and brought into practice. And I don't think BJP or
call
Congress
it what you
object to
must,
that.
but address the core of the issue is your message, Rahul Ishwar. Unfortunately, we were losing that connection with you. But thanks very much to both Sanjay Jha and Rahul Ishwar for joining us here on that tragic case in Kerala. We'll take a very short break here on the Southern View. When we come back, Vasudha has this exclusive interview with the Union Environment Minister.
Fenesta windows, beautiful and durable designs, इंस्टॉलेशन से मेंटेनेंस की लाइफ लॉन्ग कस्टमर सर्विस। आपके घर में फिनेस्टा नहीं है तो कॉल कीजिए।
Find finer Fenesta.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood. They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
A very special moment for us as we announce NDTV Master Stroke, the NDTV Art Awards.
NDTV presents the Master Stroke Art Awards, an odyssey of creative brilliance where the masterpiece meets its ultimate recognition.
NDTV bringing this subject forward would have a great integrity of putting it forward where people could understand the importance of art.
This award that is being started, I'm sure is going to be amazing.
Art for India and for Indians is an expression of our Atmanirbharta.
It's actually quite a formidable jury, so I think we'll reveal a lot more as we go along.
This is an amazing platform, I think, today what you're doing.
Honoring the masters who define our creative landscape. Coming soon on the NDTV network.
Are you ready for the best show in town? NDTV Golf Pro-Am, we are coming to your city. Stay tuned.
शौर्य और महापुरुषों की पहचान, किले और हवेलियों की शान,
संस्कृति और परंपरा का मान, राइजिंग राजस्थान, विकास की छलांग,
प्रगति पथ पर अपना राजस्थान, नया राजस्थान, विकास भी विरासत भी। एनडीटीवी राजस्थान पर 24 दिसंबर।
Straight from the heart of the newsroom to the core of the stories shaping your world. Join me, Gargi Raut, as I track all the developments as they break. Live from the NDTV newsroom, weekdays at 4 p.m.
This was one of the most magical, mystical performances we've seen.
This is like a shrine.
Coming and listening to you is like seeing a maestro perform at that shrine.
I think it was when Air sang himself for the longest Qawwali. Yes, that for me was special.
When the first claps came in, I think my only prayers was all of you should be healed. May God give you a lot of prosperity, health, love, long life.
I was mesmerized.
I think it is one of the most magical evenings that I've spent.
बहुत ही अच्छा.
Beautiful.
Oh my God, A.R. Rahman is unmatchable.
It connected me to some spirituality.
Aravali is India's ancient mountain range, is at the center of a brewing controversy thanks to a definition given by the center accepted by the Supreme Court but being opposed by a section of critics and activists and especially by the opposition. What does the government think about this? With us now is Bhupendra Yadav, India's Environment Minister. Thank you, Mr. Yadav. Always a pleasure to have you on NDTV. सर बहुत ही बेसिक सवाल है कि 100 मीटर का एलिवेशन बेस्ड डेफिनेशन जो है इसको क्वांटिफाई करने की ज़रूरत क्यों पड़ी? क्योंकि ऑपोजिशन एंड क्रिटिक्स का कहना ये है कि वी डोंट नो व्हाट इज़ गोइंग टू हैपन टू ऑल दोस माउंटेन्स, दोस हिलॉक्स, दोस हिल्स व्हिच आर लेस देन 100 मीटर्स और दैट इज।
राजस्थान में अशोक गहलोत जी की जब सरकार थी तो अरावली में बहुत इलीगल माइनिंग हो रही थी। अरावली में लगभग 1008 के करीब लीज माइन दी गई हैं, जिसमें से 700 अशोक गहलोत जी के समय में दी गई है। ये जो रैम्पेट माइनिंग एक्टिविटी होने लगी उस समय कुछ लोगों ने पिटीशन सुप्रीम कोर्ट में डाली जी कि आप इलीगल माइनिंग को किस प्रकार से अलाउ कर सकते हैं, ऐसे तो अरावली ख़त्म हो जाएगा जी। ये पिटीशन लंबे समय तक कोर्ट में चलती रही। कोर्ट ने कमेटी अपॉइंट करी। उस कमेटी में मिनिस्ट्री के सेक्रेटरी को रखा, एनवायरनमेंट मिनिस्ट्री के, फॉरेस्ट सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया FSI को रखा, जियोलॉजिकल सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया को रखा। उनके साथ कोर्ट की जो अपनी कमेटी है सेंटर एम्पावरमेंट कमेटी, उसके उनके रिप्रेजेंटेटिव को रखा और चारों राज्यों के प्रतिनिधियों को रखा, क्योंकि दिल्ली से लेकर गुजरात तक 4 राज्यों में अरावली का क्षेत्र फैला हुआ है। तो कोर्ट का ये कहना था कि भाई अगर आप माइनिंग के लिए कोई जगह देते हैं तो माइनिंग के पर्पज से एक डेफिनेशन होनी चाहिए
जी।
माइनिंग की डेफिनेशन में किसी पर्वत को कैसे पहचानोगे? दुनिया भर में जो जियोलॉजी के एक्सपर्ट्स हैं उनकी जो बेसिस है उसमें 100 मीटर है जो एक स्टैंडर्ड माना जाता है। 50 मतलब कोई कह रहा है 50 नहीं है, कोई कह रहा है 30 नहीं है, 100 को एक स्टैंडर्ड माना जाता है जो पर्वत चोटी कहलाएगी। उसमें टॉप से लेकर और वो जो लैंड फॉर्मेशन है उसका जो सबसे लोएस्ट एरिया होगा वो पूरा एरिया पर्वत होगा, वो पूरा एरिया पर्वत होगा। तो एक है अरावली और एक है अरावली रेंज। फिर रेंज क्या होगी? हम देखते हैं एक पर्वत के बीच के बाद हम एक दूसरा पर्वत देखते हैं जी। तो आधा किलोमीटर तक अगर दूसरी चोटी है तो दोनों के बीच में जो जमीन है मतलब जो धरातल है जी। उसमें छोटी पहाड़ियाँ वो भी उसका रेंज कहलाएगी।
जो रिजेस आ गए वो भी सब कुछ
रेंज है। हाँ। तो ये अरावली और अरावली रेंज, तो इसमें लोग खाली पर्वत को कह रहे हैं पर पर्वत रेंज है। तो रेंज आने से कंटिन्यूटी हो जाती है। तो पहले क्या था, जब ये जो इलीगल माइनिंग और जो रैम्पेट माइनिंग थी उसमें कोई भी एरिया दे दिया और सामान्यतः पहाड़ का जो राजस्थान में मैंने भी अपनी आंखों से देखा है उनके टाइम की माइनिंग कि ऊपर 100 मीटर रह गया, चारों तरफ से खोद के चले गए तो खंबे की तरह लटक गया। अब नीचे से लोएस्ट लैंडफॉर्म से लेके 100 मीटर तक और एक के मतलब 100 मीटर से और अगले 100 मीटर की जो चोटी है उसके बीच का अगर आधा किलोमीटर का एरिया है तो वो भी कंटिन्यूस रेंज कहलाएगी। ये कमेटी ने कहा जी। कमेटी को ये हमारी मिनिस्ट्री अपॉइंट कोर्ट ने करी थी। उसमें FSI, जियोलॉजी, CEC और चारों राज्य ताकि एक समान डेफिनेशन हो। अब दूसरे लोग कहते हैं कि अरावली एकदम ओपन हो जाएगा जी। मैंने कल भी ये कहा है कि अरावली में अभी जो लीगल माइनिंग दी है जी। वो 0.19% है राइट। मैक्सिमम मैंने 2% का, इस पे भी लोगों को शंका हुई है। अरावली में ऑलरेडी इस जजमेंट के बाद और पहले भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट से एक बड़ा प्रोहिबिटेड एरिया है जिसमें 4 टाइगर रिजर्व्स हैं, जिसमें 20 वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरीज हैं और इको सेंसिटिव जोन्स हैं। उसमें तो अगर धरातल है उस पर भी कुछ नहीं हो सकता है, नो एक्टिविटी। और इको सेंसिटिव जोन के 1 किलोमीटर भी प्रोहिबिटेड है तो वो तो ऑलरेडी प्रोटेक्टेड है। दूसरा, दिल्ली में तो अरावली में माइनिंग हो ही नहीं सकती है, इसको तो रेस्टोर ही रखना है। गुड़गांवा, फरीदाबाद, नूह में हो ही नहीं सकती है। और जहाँ हो भी रही है, जहाँ हो भी रही है पहले उसको डिफाइन किया जाए। क्यों डिफाइन किया जाए कि इसकी कंटिन्यूटी बनी रहनी चाहिए right. आप रैम्पेट नहीं कर सकते इसकी कंटिन्यूटी, अदरवाइज तो क्या करोगे आप सारा खुद के चले जाओगे। और हो यही रहा था right. अभी मैं जितनी रील्स देख रहा हूँ कि अरावली में माइन खुद ही पड़ी है yes. वो तो पिछले 10 साल पहले खोदी गई थी, लोग छोड़ के चले जाते हैं। तो कोर्ट ने कहा कि अब फर्दर कोई और भी माइनिंग एक्टिविटी नहीं होगी, मतलब ये 1.19% के अलावा जी। उससे पहले आपको एक साइंटिफिक मैनेजमेंट प्लान बनाना पड़ेगा। अच्छा, हमारी मिनिस्ट्री का जो एक और रेपुटेड इंस्टीट्यूशन है ICFR, उन्होंने झारखंड के सारंडा का बना के दिया। तो कोर्ट ने कहा हमें वो प्लान अच्छा लगा है, सेम प्लान आप अरावली के लिए बनाइए राइट। तो साइंटिफिक मैनेजमेंट प्लान, साइंटिफिक मैनेजमेंट प्लान में जो सबसे बड़ा माइनिंग सस्टेनेबिलिटी और इस देश में क्रिटिकल मिनरल है, अगर वो भी एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी सर्कमस्टांसेस में है तभी उनकी परमिशन की जो स्ट्रेटेजिक मिनरल है राइट। और उसके बाद कोई भी जगह आप लेते हो उसका सोशो इकोनॉमिकल एस्पेक्ट और सोशो इकोनॉमिकल एस्पेक्ट के बाद उसका रेस्टोरेशन प्लान। अदरवाइज जो लोग दिखा रहे हैं वो ये 10 साल पहले इनके टाइम में जो माइन हुई है उसी के दिखा रहे हैं, लोग छोड़ के चले गए।
भूपेन जी, आपने भी तो एक प्रोग्राम शुरू किया था, इट वाज कॉल्ड अरावली लैंडस्केप क्लाइमेट चेंज एक्शन प्लान। डू यू थिंक दिस डेफिनेशन इज इन लाइन विद दैट प्लान? बिकॉज उसमें आपने, मुझे याद है कि डिफॉरेस्टेशन, ग्रेजिंग, हर चीज़ की बात की थी। अब ये कह रहे हैं कि माइनिंग इंटरेस्ट के रिलेटेड है ये। नहीं,
अरावली ग्रीन प्लान है। अरावली ग्रीन प्लान में हम अरावली के एरिया को ग्रीनिंग करने में लगे हुए हैं जी। और सरकार पूरी तरीके से, एक तो सरकार का जो बहुत बड़ा अभियान है वो एक पेड़ माँ के नाम अभियान है।
yes.
तो एक पेड़ माँ के नाम अभियान है। दूसरा, कैंपा के द्वारा भी एक्टिविटी हम लोग कर रहे हैं। तीसरा, ग्रीन इंडिया मिशन के नाते भी एक्टिविटी हम कर रहे हैं। पब्लिक पार्टिसिपेशन के हिसाब से भी हम एक्टिविटी कर रहे हैं। अभी एक और नया सिस्टम हमने पब्लिक पार्टिसिपेशन के लिए शुरू किया, वो है ग्रीन क्रेडिट। कि कोई भी कॉरपोरेट, एनजीओ अगर कोई भी डिग्रेडेड फॉरेस्ट है, वो डिग्रेडेड फॉरेस्ट को अगर वो ग्रीन करने के लिए लेते हैं लोकल मैनेजमेंट प्लान के हिसाब से, मतलब उसमें वही स्पीशीज है जो लोकल पेड़ों की स्पीशीज है, अगर वो लगाते हैं और 40% ग्रीन कैनोपी हो जाती है, जो एफएसआई के स्टैंडर्ड से जो उनका सैटेलाइट प्रोग्राम है उससे होती है, तो सरकार उनको उसके एवज में ग्रीन क्रेडिट देगी। तो फ्यूचर जो हम कार्बन क्रेडिट अलग है, लेकिन ये ग्रीन क्रेडिट उसके समानार्थी है, ट्रांसफरेबल है अभी आगे जा करके। और ग्रीन क्रेडिट मतलब आप अपनी CSR एक्टिविटी, अपनी ESG एक्टिविटी को उसके अंतर्गत कर सकते हैं। और पहला ही प्रयोग हमने गुड़गांव से भी प्रारंभ किया है, और लगभग इसी साल गर्मियों में मैंने अरावली के 4 राज्यों के सारे 37 DFOs और PCCF की 2 दिन की वर्कशॉप उदयपुर में करी। और मैंने कहा कि अरावली के जो हमारे 37 डिस्ट्रिक्ट हैं, वहाँ की जो जैव विविधता है उसके अनुरूप ही हमें नर्सरी बनानी है। हमने कैंपा में उसके लिए पैसे भी दिए, तो हम तो ऑलरेडी ग्रीन अरावली इनिशिएटिव के लिए लगे हुए हैं। और मैं अरावली के जिले में रहने वाले सभी लोगों से आह्वान करूंगा कि ये जो डिग्रेडेड अरावली एरिया को हम ग्रीनिंग करने में लग रहे हैं, हमें तो सबका सहयोग चाहिए।
एब्सोल्युटली। भूपेन जी, देखिए 3 इंपॉर्टेंट क्रिटिसिज्म कांग्रेस पार्टी ने लगाया है। वो कह रहे हैं कि ये जो आप 2% का जो कह रहे हैं, दे सेइंग दैट इट इज 68,000 acres of land. You have to use denominations that cover the entire Aravali, not just 34 districts. In fact, they're going to an extent of saying that this is a death warrant of the Aravali.
ये गलत है, क्योंकि सस्टेनेबिलिटी के आधार पे है। प्रोटेक्टेड एरिया में हो ही नहीं सकता है। अभी हो ही 0.19% रहा है, तो 0.19% है कितना? और जो 68,000 को मल्टीप्लाई कर रहे हैं, वो 1,43,000 एकड़ के भी को भी एकड़ में मल्टीप्लाई कर दे,
राइट।
तो ये तो भरमाने वाली बात है। ये इसमें कोई वो अपना तो ये कहें कांग्रेस पश्चाताप करे कि ये 1108 में से 700 तो अशोक गहलोत जी ने दे रखी हैं।
राइट। भूपेन जी, सबसे ज़्यादा प्रोटेस्ट राजस्थान में हो रहे हैं। यू आर ऑल्सो।
मैं आज ही मेरे जिले में था।
यस।
मैं तो दिशा की बैठक भी लेके आया। मेरे को तो सब लोग मिले हैं आज, और सबको ये जानते हैं, क्योंकि कांग्रेस हर बार कोई ना कोई झूठ का पिटारा लेके चलती है। अब उनका खाली होने लगा है। मैं आज भी चैलेंज करता हूं कि जो पैरा नंबर 50 में जो डायरेक्शन है वो अरावली को सेव करने की है। डायरेक्शन नंबर 1 साइंटिफिक मैनेजमेंट प्लान बने। डायरेक्शन नंबर 2 साइंटिफिक मैनेजमेंट प्लान को ICFR अप्रूव करे। डायरेक्शन नंबर 3 कि प्रोहिबिटेड एरिया में बिल्कुल माइनिंग नहीं होगी। डायरेक्शन नंबर 4 कि अगर क्रिटिकल मिनरल स्ट्रेटेजिक दृष्टि से होगी तो उसकी भी सस्टेनेबिलिटी को बताया जाएगा। डायरेक्शन नंबर 5 रेस्टोरेशन प्लान हो, सस्टेनेबिलिटी हो, और सबसे बड़ा जो डायरेक्शन है इलीगल माइनिंग बिल्कुल बंद होनी चाहिए, और हम उसके पूरे समर्थन में।
फिनिस्टा विंडोज, ब्यूटीफुल एंड ड्यूरेबल डिजाइन्स, इंस्टॉलेशन से मेंटेनेंस की लाइफ लॉन्ग कस्टमर सर्विस। आपके घर में फिनिस्टा नहीं है तो कॉल कीजिए।
Find finer Finesta.
Across the country,
He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else. Only on NDTV network.
I don't sugarcoat. I shoot straight and tell you stories the way they need to be told. Unfiltered, unafraid, unmissable. That's how I roll. Watch me, Priyanka Deo, on NDTV World. Namaste.
The front lines of Kargil. The fury of Operation Sindoor.
So many attacks.
The chaos and cries of disaster zones. To fighter jet cockpits. And the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break. Live, unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Center.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area.
North Ukraine. In France. In Italy. At Srinagar. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Vishnu Shom. Only on NDTV.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind. I pause. I reflect. I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
A very special moment for us as we announce NDTV Master Stroke, the NDTV Art Awards.
NDTV presents the Master Stroke Art Awards, an odyssey of creative brilliance where the masterpiece meets its ultimate recognition.
NDTV bringing beauty or putting it forward where people could understand the importance of art.
This award that is being started, I'm sure is going to be amazing.
Art for India and for Indians is an expression of our Atmanirbharta.
It's actually quite a formidable jury, so I think we'll reveal a lot more as we go along.
This is an amazing platform, I think, today what you're doing.
Honoring the masters who define our creative landscape. Coming soon on the NDTV network.
Are you ready for the best show in town? NDTV Golf Pro-Am, we are coming to your city. Stay tuned.
और हवेलियों की शान,
संस्कृति और परंपरा का मान, राइजिंग राजस्थान, विकास की छलांग,
प्रगति पथ पर अपना राजस्थान, नया राजस्थान, विकास भी विरासत भी। NDTV राजस्थान पर 24 दिसंबर।
Straight from the heart of the newsroom to the core of the stories shaping your world. Join me, Gargi Raut, as I track all the developments as they break. Live from the NDTV newsroom, weekdays at 4 p.m.